Good morning. Happy Monday. Penultimate Monday of the month. March has been all about working on no unforced errors, playing to our strengths, especially in the listing presentation. And we're wrapping up our first quarter, which has been all fundamentals, making sure we're ready to grow for the rest of the year. Now, I promised a couple of fun games in this video, things you can do on a listing presentation. Let's be honest, and you've heard this saying before, real estate is simple, not easy. It's a relatively simple business. It's just not easy to do. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have fun, though. We can have fun while we're doing it and become better agents. So, first game, the 5 why game. The 5 why game is based on the fact that most of us make decisions from an emotional core first. Then we use logic and facts and figures to justify the decision we made. But deep down, we're coming from a place of emotion for most of our big decisions. Since we know that, we want to get to that core inside our clients so we understand them better. That's where the 5 why game comes in. And it's kind of fun and it's kind of silly. And there's a cheat I'll teach you in a minute. But to give you an idea how it goes, they're going to say something to a question you ask, like, why are you selling? Well, we want to move closer to our grandchildren. Great. I'm going to go 5 whys deep now. Why do you want to do that? Well, we think we can make an impact in their lives. Give them some of our wisdom. Give them some of your wisdom. That's fantastic. Why do you think that will impact them? What will it do for them? Well, we think it'll help them become better people. Better people. I love that. So, what's the big picture? Why do we want to do that for them? What's going to impact them in their lives? Well, we're not sure how much impact we'll have, but you know, after you live long enough, you have wisdom, and you want to see your grandkids do really well and grow up to be great people. Grow up to be great people. That is really important. I wonder why this will have an impact in the world. Have you thought about the impact it will have? Well, no. And by this point, by the way, stepping out of the script, we know where they're going, and now we start leading them a little bit, right? No, we're not sure the long-term impact we'll have, but we'd like to have one. You'd like to have one. I understand. Maybe it'll help them grow up to be better citizens. Maybe they'll go to better schools. Heck, they could become a doctor. They could cure a disease. Oh, no, I don't know if all that's going to happen, but we want to be closer to them. Hopefully that will happen. I'm having fun with this, you can see. But the idea is once we get to their emotional core, we understand what they're doing better. We can help them better. We can communicate with them better. And there's a second little benefit. And this is why I take it a little further than normal. Later, when we're in negotiations, and you know, my clients are arguing with the buyers about the $500 used freezer in the garage, I'll pull them aside and say, now wait a minute. If I remember right, what we're doing here is getting you closer to your grandchildren so you can start sharing your wisdom with them so that they can grow up and cure a disease. Now, we're arguing over a $500 freezer? It helps put things in perspective, and it's fun. The 5 why game. Now, here's the cheat. It takes some practice to get good at coming up with new ways to ask why again without it sounding funny. This is a great thing to practice in your office. Get a partner, play this game with each other. So why is that important? Why would that have an impact? What would that do for you? But the cheat is this. Just say to your client, listen, I want to play the 5 why game with you. It's going to seem kind of silly, but it'll help us both. I'm just going to ask why 5 times in a row and have you answer. Just tell them right up front you're going to do it. And as you go on, they will laugh, but they will give you answers. And as you explore those answers, you're going to get deeper into the emotional core of why they're selling or why they're buying or why this neighborhood's important, whatever it is that you want to look at to help you become a better agent for them. Okay, the second game is called the early 3 takeaway close, or takeaway close. It's a 3-part takeaway close. This is done at the very beginning of the listing presentation. It's not your real close. It's not what you're doing at the end when you say, are you ready to hire me to do the job, things like that. This is after you first sit down and start talking. And you've probably heard variations of this, but it's fun. You sit down and you say to them, so in the past, I sit down with a client like this. Normally one of 3 things happens. Either you choose to hire me as your agent, or you may decide not to hire me as your agent, or I may decide not to take you on as a client. And I want you to know that all 3 of these options are okay. That's the script. Now that third part was called the takeaway. I may decide not to work with you. You're taking away. Here's the first fun part. When you do that, you watch. subtly or even not so subtly, they'll lean in. You're taking, they're leaning in. Because it takes them off script. Remember this, when we go into, let's call it a stressful situation, whether it's stepping up to the plate to hit the baseball or sitting down with a salesperson or anything in between, we go in with our no gates closed. We're in a defensive mode. That's how people are. So they're expecting to control this. Yeah, you're right. I may choose to work with you, or I may not to. When you say, I may decide not to work with you, wait a minute, that's not me in control. What? And they will say to you as they lean in, wait, what do you mean by that? Now you have a golden opportunity. Their no gate has opened. You've got about 20 seconds before it slams shut again. This is when you can pour into them something of value, something about you that differentiates you from everyone else, something they need to know why they should hire you right now. Their gates are down, their filters are off, you have them for about 20 seconds. Pour something good in there. It's also fun. Now, this is one of those scripts, you don't want to change a lot of the words. There's a bunch going on in this. There's NLP and micro expressions, and there's an order to it. If you want help with that, if you want to understand how it works, if you want to help develop what your unique value is for that 20-second window, give me a call. I'm happy to help. That's why I'm here. The 5 Why game, if you want to role play that, let me know. Happy to do that too. Okay, so that's what's fun. There's another fun game that it doesn't really translate onto video. It's called the listing scavenger hunt. You and a partner from your office go out, you do a scavenger hunt. It will lead to listings, and you will laugh all day. I guarantee it. If you want to get a hold of that, reach out to me. I'm happy to send it to you. Speaking of fun, this past weekend was my birthday. I lived one version of my ideal day on Saturday on my birthday, and I did little video clips. So if you want to laugh, let me know. That's probably here on the YouTube page, but reach out. I'll send it to you. It's a fun little video. Okay, that's it for today. Hey, remember to track your day, win your year, and damn it, no matter what you do, raise the bar.